Hi friends, warm welcome. It is Friday evening. I am not here. Well, I am here. Yes, I'm here, but I'm not. You know what I mean. It's a pre-record, so stay with me. I am, as we speak. Now, this is a really weird situation because I'm currently recording in my studio in between shows on Hobbycraft on Wednesday. Okay, so it's now about 11 o'clock on a Wednesday morning between my 9:30 and my 2:15 show. I will be streaming this live at 6:30 p.m. on Friday. However, I will be in the car then on my way back from the NEC. So what you're doing at the NEC, you may ask. It is business meeting. So I'm meeting with some top honchos at Hobbycraft. We've got lots and lots to get through. So it's a very, very business-like day. So I'm not actually there in the capacity of demonstrating or anything else. But it's very important. I couldn't be with you, but I did want to do something for you. Now, I did have a question from a lady at the retreat. Was it Sandy Scott? I don't know. I might be completely making that up, Sandy. So if it's not you, ignore me. It might not be you, to be fair. But somebody asked me about the Poinsettia Builder, and they couldn't construct it. They couldn't work out how it went together. It can be a tricky little fella if you don't know what you're doing. And in hindsight, possibly instructions on the back would have been easier. But if you look, this is slightly one of our older dies, but I thought I would come in tonight and do a little bit of a demonstration on it. It should be available on the website. I think it's at a good price. If it's not on my website, it's on Hobbycraft TV website. It's the Poinsettia Builder. It's beautiful. If you don't have it, it's retiring, so grab it should you want it. No QR code on screen tonight, but it is the Poinsettia Builder, whether you go to Lisa Horton Crafts or whether you go to Hobbycraft TV. So what we'll do, I can't say hello to anybody, but hello everybody. I'm sure you're all arriving thinking I might be live. But hello everybody, good evening. Apologies I'm not live, but I have done a little pre-record for you here so you can have a look at some content. I will flick you to the overhead now and we'll dive straight into what I've got on my desk, okay? Looks really strange. Got these little numbers, these little purple marks all over my desk. Here, actually, it's upside down. Should be that way, really. That's an A, and that's a dreadful A, Lisa, but that's an A as well. Here, X, X, X. So what I've done is I've taken the die and I've looked at the die and I've gone, right, okay, well, how on earth do these work? So what I did, first of all, I looked at kind of this leaf here, right? You know, can you see where it's curving up there? It's curving up. So I'm like, okay, that's my basis of how I start. So what do? I find the largest die, because this is the largest element, and I look and I go, right, okay, I can see that here. I can see that. Look, I can see that's going up here. I can see that little curvature there. So I know that's my base. And I can see the bottom corner is going down. So I know that is my base layer. Okay. And then I look and I go, right, what will be next? So I'm going to pick the three biggest dies, obviously, because we are going to be doing a larger and a smaller. And I can see here, again, a similar kind of thing. And I'll point it out as we pop this together. So let me give you an idea. So move this, let's move the smaller one out of the way just for now. Just get that off camera. And let's come in with this. So I'm going to leave the die cuts where they are, and I'm going to lift them up here, and I'm going to show you because it's easy when the die cuts aren't in. So we've got little notch there and our X at the bottom, little notch there, X at the bottom, little notch and X at the bottom. So what I did is I put the one die down, all right, so I had mine like this, and then I got the next one down. I was thinking, well, how does that go? And I always have them not face up, I have them face down. And I kind of wiggled it around. I was like, all right, that's how it goes. So that one sits on there. And can you see it literally matches underneath? All these pieces match. So there you go. And that's how I marked it. So I marked the X was in the same place and the top is in the same place. The X is to show you which set go together. So I know it's not going to be this one because it's got an A on it. All right. And then I took this one and I did the same thing and I wiggled it around. I'm like, where does that go? That doesn't work. And I worked out that that sits perfectly over the top. Can you see that now? So whereas before, this open space didn't give you a lot of guidance, now I've fiddled around, I can see all of those work beautifully together. So that's how I know these three are going to be perfect. So obviously I have now got these, but they're going to be the wrong way round because obviously you got the die cut. So I can still see my curvy bits up. And then I know my X is going to be the same. So that's going to be like so, because my X is going to be similar position. And then here, my X is going to be like that. So I have a wiggle round and I see where it should be. If I can't work it out, just turn it over and lay it back in. I can see I've got like little notches here. So I'll lay that back in. Sorry, lay it back in. You have to lay it down because that's the way it came out. And then I'll turn it over and go, right, okay, well, that X is there. Just drop that down, lift that up. There we go. And that's how I line mine up. And then all I do is I glue them together. Don't get too hung up on it. Really don't get hung up on it. But I kind of go, right, well, that was roughly here. Was it? Yeah, no, whatever. And I line it. I pick one where I want to line it or not. Okay. So I'll go, well, that looks quite nice there. So I'll leave that there. And then I'll look at this one and I'll go, right, okay. That's the way this one is supposed to be. Let's see if that's where I want it. And I go, right, okay. Yeah, that looks nice. Or do I want to twist it? Don't worry about what it looks like. If you want it a different way, put it a different way. It really, really isn't a biggie. It's not here to confuse you. It's just here to give you guidance. So again, here, I can pop that like so. I can do whatever I like. It doesn't really matter. And then you can take your center, and if you want to layer it up, if you want to make it look perfect, if you want it to match, you can do that. So to do what you feel is good for you, okay? So let's recap on that, just so I've got this right for everybody. So you take your die and you pop it here. Take your die, turn that one over, and you, you pop it up. Wrong way, Lisa. See, there you go. Just wiggle it around. Where does it go? Where does it go? All the way around until you find the right spot, okay? Just like so. And then if you're not sure, turn it around, line it up. I'm like, yeah, that goes there. So turn that over and I know that one, sorry, it will be in there. Very easy to do. So let's grab this one and I can go, right, okay, turn that one over. Which way I can see the notches on there, so that goes there. So what I'll do is I'll grab some foam pads and I'll trim these down. Don't have to trim them too much, but I'll cut a little bit off the edge of those. And then we'll just take our scissors, like so. Chop those off. So I can now use these two pieces and choose which one I want where. And what I tend to do is with this one, leave it in position if it's easier. Leave it in position. I mean, I'm probably making it sound more complicated than it actually is. And then I'll do the same on this one. And we'll do just one in the middle there. And this one, I'll use the smaller pieces and line that up. I mean, you might have your own way of doing this. I mean, obviously, like I say, you don't have to do this if you don't mind where pieces lay, really. So turn that over. Turn that over. There we are. And turn that over. So I can see now I want to line that up around there. So let's lift that top one off. And I want to line that where that one is there. So I line that up. Oops, it's because I've got the foam pads on the back. Line it up. Got that. And then that one lines up there. But you know what? I quite like it there. So I'm not going to stress it. I'm just going to go where I think it looks good. Does that like there, or do I like that there? Just fiddle with what you really, really like and how you think it works for you. I quite like that. Oh, do I want it? See what I mean? So this is what happens. This is what happens. Oh, Lisa, what do you want to do now? This is where I should not faff. I should just follow the instructions and do it the way I'm supposed to do it. All right, let's go with what it says on the packet. Let's go like that. Okay, so that looks nice. And then we've got our centre that you can lay wherever you want. There's also in here, you get the little berries as well. I've not cut those out yet, but let me just glue this together. So I'm going to take the top one first, take the backing off and go back here. Line that up. And then take the backing off of that one. Oh, just hold that like so. And pop that one down where that goes. Okay, can you see that? So you've built up your flower. So you've got your decoupage layers. Just like, it's just however you choose to do it. If you just rotate them and find out which way it works best for you. And the best thing about it is on the packaging, you can see exactly how that works. So I can see now my little flower is pretty much the same as that. And then I've got this piece here, so I can choose how I put it. I can match it to this one if I want, like so, which I'll probably do. So I'll probably just glue that one down. So we'll take some glue. Where's my glue? Where's my glue? And we will pop a little bit of glue on the back here. But again, I've just followed the pattern on there really. So you don't, honestly, just don't stress it. And then the next one, so let's have a look. I'm literally doing this so you can see me copying what's on the box or the packet. And then that will go like there. So you've now got this 3D poinsettia. We'll put some greenery on it in a bit, so don't worry about that. We'll come back to that in a minute. So let's do the second one. And you'll see again how easy it is to do. So move that one out of the way. Got a few little bits of greenery down there. So bring these pieces down again. So what you do again is you line your pieces up like so. That was already in there, wasn't it? Like so. And then that one goes like that. So you can see dum dum, and then your A's, your A's, your A's. All right, all in the same direction. And then we get our tape again. I've probably not got enough, but what I'll do is I'll flip. So with the same direction, flip, same direction, and flip, same direction. All right, so just put some pads on the back. Little pad there. Double pad there, I think. And then let's get another piece, a bit smaller, to do that one there. And I've got some more. I'll just trim down. I'll use a piece off of here at the end. Grab that one and pop that in the middle. And next Friday, I'll tell you how the NEC went and how good it was. Because I've never been to the NEC actually, so it's going to be interesting for me. So literally flip it back. If you're worried, flip it back. Flip it back. And flip it back. And what I'll do is I'll move them along so we're a bit closer to the centre of the table. So there's your three. So now I know I want that one on top of that one. So that's going to go like that. Can you see that, how that lines up? So I'll take my foamy bit off the back. Lift this one off. And then I'll pop that one just there. There you go. In position. If you're not sure, that will go there. One off the back. Because it's exactly the same direction. As I say, you might have an easier way of doing it, but for me, to explain it, that's the easiest thing to do. We'll have a recap in a minute on what I've done anyway. So, and then we'll bring in the centerpiece, which again, you can follow. You've got the little notches. And they'll sit like so. So we'll get some glue on the back of that one. Honestly, once you've kind of got your head around how they work, it will be much easier. So let's turn that one, pick that one up, and that one will go like so. No big worry. There's 2 poinsettias. Aren't they're beautiful when they're done. They're so beautiful. It's just learning about what goes where. Right, so let me move some bits out of the way, and I'm going to bring in the largest of each one. So I've got the green, what I want to do in green. So the largest of that one, and then the largest of that one, okay? So I've got some green card, and this is our white core card. I can't remember what packet it comes from, but you know, there'll be a green in most of the colours. And all I'm going to do is cut this one out. And then we'll cut this one out as well. And I tend to make the most of my card as well. So I just trim them around. Move that card out of the way. Let's just pop that away where it should be so I don't lose it. I tried to put it back in with the other colour card. Okay, so move those over here. Bring in the die cutting machine. We don't need all of those plates. We need that one, and those two. And then I'm just going to pop this in here, cut these, and cut this one like so. Let's get a little bit of tape. Look, I've got new tape. Look at the new tape machine. It's got to match, isn't it? Pop that down there. Pop that just there. Okay, just keeps it held down nicely, doesn't it? And then we'll run this through. Bring a little machine over. So pretty. Can you see how stunning they look? And that's that one. And let's lift the lid off here. Grab these ones. Take that tape off. Definitely reuse that. And this one as well. There we go. So we've got the 2 green pieces. This is our rubbish. We'll put those here. And then we've got our little, so in here, you can pop a one of those centers, if you know what I mean. Then you put 3 on it. But to be honest, I'm going to take all these pieces off. Actually pop them to one side so I don't lose them. So 1, 2. They're nice and sticky, you know, though. I know, you know, we complain about having sticky back, but having the sticky back does help when you run them through the machine because it sticks to the plate and you don't lose them all. I'm going to leave that one on because I don't want to do it. No, come on, let's do it. If we're going to do it, let's do it. So we've got that one, and then we've got the other one, which is a bit smaller because you've got both sized centers. So let's find some cardstock. I'm taking the card from Winter, and I'm going to use, sorry, let me just grab a piece. I'm going to grab the orange from the winter set because I think it's nice and warm and it works beautifully. So let's again get some scissors. So I've got a small pair here, that would do, and just cut those out. And pop that orange back in there because that's beautiful and I'll use that a lot. And then all I'm going to do is pop all these bits down. Do you know what? I'm not really fast what goes where, if there's a big bit, a small bit. It's really, really just so I've got a little bit of a colour in the middle, really. I mean, you don't even have to use these bits if you don't want to. So push them up there for a minute, move this out of the way, bring my little baby back in and run you through. So all I'm going to do is run you through like so. And I might need to grab my pokey tool, but we'll see. We'll see. Let's see what happens. And you can see what I mean? So most of them stick because they've got that on the backing. Yeah, look at that. And then I will grab a pokey tool. I have got one. Bear with. It's on this one, I think. Here we go, on here. And then I'll take these pieces out. I'm going to just do them over here. Oh, I didn't even need to move that one. Is that one going to fall out as well? There we go. See the two different size centres. And then lift these up. And like I say, you don't have to do these if you don't want to. Move that one off. They've all got their little release holes anyway. And hindsight, again, one of those things you learn as you know your brand grows and you grow as a crafter. Sometimes it's quite nice to put these all on one piece, but we didn't. And you know, we probably would do that if we were doing something like this in the future. But doesn't take away the beauty of what you've got here. Now, all I'm going to do with these, you can see how this is building up beautifully, can't you? Let me grab another pokey tool. It's not a pokey tool I want, it's because I want the pick-uppy bit. So this one has got the pokey on the end, not a pokey, it's got a ball tool, and then that's got the pick-up bit. So that's the piece I want. And then all I'm going to do now is take some glue. I'm going to lay them so they're both the same. That goes that way, doesn't it? Just so they look the same. Pop some glue in the middle. Pop some glue in the middle there. And then grab that tool. This is the bigger one. So I'm going to pop that in the middle like so. Give that a little press down. And then this one will sit in here. And I'm sure there's a right and a wrong way of doing this, but I don't really care. And then I'm just going to push that down. You could leave it like that, or you could grab some of these bits. Let me just do it. Let's do it while we're here, you know. And then a bit there, and a bit there. Probably totally unnecessary. And I've lost one of my bits. Where have I put one of my bits? Oh, for goodness sake, Lisa. I've probably dropped it somewhere, haven't I? I think I did see it when it might still be in the, is it still in there? No, it isn't. No, maybe I only had 5. Maybe I didn't do all 6. What a wally. Anyway. Pop one here. And another one here. And then a little one here. And then, oh, so I haven't got enough now. I'm going to cut another little orange one. That's okay. I've still got my piece. I'll cut another orange one. Because it does finish it off, doesn't it? I'm not good at, like, you know, if I can't be, oh, that'll do. I have to fix it. So I'm going to have to just get my machine out. I'll just do it off camera. You don't need to see me do this. You can, I'll still talk to you. Just grab a little one. Maybe I didn't do it. Maybe I did only do 5. That was my bad. My bad. So let me just run that through. Maybe there's only 5 on there. Let's run that little one through. So just in case you're one, you think you should have 6, you might only have 5 in the set. I can't remember. But there you go. So that's that bit. Either way, it's going to finish it beautifully. Didn't take a second to do that, did it? Let me turn that around. There we go. So they can sit like so. They're super pretty, aren't they? And I'll move all of those off camera a minute. So now what we've got is this beautiful background layer. And Obviously, I've foam padded all of the rest of it, so I'm going to decide if I want to foam pad anymore or if it's going to bring it too high. Now, this one is the same as our base layer. So if I laid that there, you'd lose it. So all I would do is give it a little twist. Oh, actually, I've already put the foam pads on, so that's the way it's going. Just a little twist. Look at that. I'm happy with that. Oops. As she throws it across the table. So take that off. And I think that is super. I love that. Love that. So there's your first poinsettia. Second one, same thing. Oh, got a little bit of extra on there. So this one again, you can decide if you want to keep it the same or you want to move it around. I'm going to move it around, obviously. I'm just trying to work out where I want to put it. Let's turn that way to see where I want to go. No, I don't like that. This is where faffing happens. That's better, isn't it? We're going to go there. I think it's the same as the last one. Or similar anyway. Take the backings off. And then we'll go around there. So there you go. So there is your two. I mean, come on, look at those. Aren't they gorgeous? And they're not small, all right? They're not small. So I'm just going to tidy up a bit. I'll keep talking to you. I'm tidying. So they're really not small, these. These are a really, really good size. Let me pop all my bits over there. It doesn't matter now because they are all labelled. And I know if I want to do more, I can do them in bulk now. But they're going to be great statement pieces on your cards. Tidy up, Lisa, tidy up. So let's turn you back again. Right. So now I can get my T ruler out and tell you the small one is 2 3/4 inches. I've got a little bit hanging off there. Hang on, a little bit more on there. Sorry, I think I must have double cut that. Oh, I did. 2 3/4 inches, and this one is 3 1/4 inches. So they're a really beautiful size. So this means now, I had a piece of card that I was using on my live when I was with Charlie earlier in the week, just like here. And then you literally, I mean, done. Look at that, done. Sentiment, really, really cute card, isn't it? The smaller one, if you're happy with the smaller one, you can do that. Very, very lovely. So honestly, I really think you're going to like these. We'll have a little recap on how we did that. So what I did is bring the dies in for you. All the dies. Bring all the dies in. So on my dies, I've written X's and A's. Now my A's are dreadful. Dreadful. So X, X, and X. Now, if you've got these dies and you're not sure, screenshot this now. Just screenshot what I'm doing so you can see. A, and A. Now, obviously, you've got your big pieces here. It doesn't really matter where they go. And then you've got your larger piece here, your piece there. You've got 2 large ones and 3 small ones. I don't know if you'll have more, if it's just the way I did it. So that's how it goes, all right? Screenshot that and then mark your dies. And all you're going to do is, like I said, is layer them up. Look, that layers onto there. X and X lining up. Lines up. We'll do this one. Lines up. Oops. No, you see, Lisa, look, I've marked it in the wrong place. Lines up. But I had a choice left or right, and I went right. And then this one, mark. Lines up. There's all your pieces. And then Pop that on. Pop that on. And then you've got all your extra bits. And that gives you the most beautiful poinsettias. Okay. So let me come and see you. So I hope that was really helpful. So my TV is going to turn itself off. So I'm going to just have to press a button. Okay. It's better. Otherwise I wouldn't be able to see you. I hope that was useful for whoever asked for it. That was the Poinsettia Builder from Lisa Crafts. Obviously, it's on our website. If it's not on our website, it will be on Hobbycraft TV website. £10 at the moment in the sale. So grab yours. It's a stunning set. It is retiring, obviously, but you can make some really cracking poinsettias. Just remember, screenshot that area I told you, go and lay your dies out, mark them at the top, and then label them A and B, or whatever you choose, make it easy for you, just so you can get your lining up correct. Once you've done that, you're good to go. So that's it from me. Apologies I wasn't with you today, but hopefully that was a helpful video, and I will see you as usual for our Friday Night Live next week. Take